What's going on, everybody? Welcome into the show. I am your host, Joey Petersen. Happy game day to you. It's early Monday morning. I want to get you caught up on everything injury-related that happened over the weekend and also some new news maybe developing around a new backup quarterback. We'll get into all of that very soon. Welcome into Ravens Rundown. So glad that you are here. We'll be live tonight. I'll talk more about that in just a little bit, but welcome into the channel. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Let's get started with the Baltimore Ravens injury report. Okay, we're going to look at two today. We're going to look at Baltimore's, talk about it. We're going to look at Los Angeles's and talk about it as well. All righty, so let's start with your Baltimore Ravens. It was an interesting week injury-wise, because you saw a lot more names on the injury report than you have in weeks past, okay, especially when talking about last week. Last week, this team was like weirdly healthy. They really did not have many people on that injury report at all. And then you saw a lot of people suffer some injuries against that physical Pittsburgh Steelers team, and that landed them on this report. So let's just go down the line. You got guys like Nelson Agholor, who was kind of a surprise addition on Thursday. He was a full participant. Rashad Bateman, Kyle Hamilton, they were all full participants, as well as Justice Hill. Travis Jones was limited. He will be questionable. Sanusi Kane, he did not practice. He is out. Arthur Millette also did not practice. He is out as well. Roquan Smith did not practice for the third straight game. He is questionable for Monday night, for tonight against the Chargers. And then Tyler Linderbaum was limited after he practiced Thursday and then did not practice Friday and then was limited on Saturday. So he kind of flopped back and forth all week long when it came to his practice status. He is questionable for tonight as well. So what does this all mean? What do all these things mean for this Baltimore Ravens team tonight against the Los Angeles Chargers? Well, let's go ahead and let's start with a guy like Travis Jones. Okay, we talked this week about already how good this Los Angeles Chargers team was at running the football. And if you don't have a guy like Travis Jones in there, who we looked at just the other day, he's the fifth best interior defensive lineman when it comes to stopping the run. If you don't have him in there in this game, that kind of tends to bring problems when you're kind of trying to bring down a guy like J.K. Dobbins, who's had a career year so far for the Los Angeles Chargers, okay? So I think that's a big question mark. If I had to guess on Travis Jones, I probably would say he plays. I don't think he plays as big of a role. I would say two of the three of these guys I think will play. I don't know if Roquan Smith is going to play, okay? And Roquan Smith kind of ties exactly into the whole run defense scenario we were talking with Travis Jones, okay? Roquan Smith, he hasn't had the best season overall when you just look at how he's graded, when you look at PFF, when you look at those kind of things. But when you just look at the sheer numbers and his grade when it comes to run defense, he's still one of the best linebackers in football when it comes to defending the run. He's a tackling machine. He has the most tackles so far in the National Football League this season. And so if you lose him tonight, if he does not play tonight against a team that's 10th best in the NFL in running the football, that should be a bit of a question mark. And not just because you're missing him, but also because you got a guy like Malik coming in after him, okay? And I'm not the biggest fan, and I don't think he's the best linebacker that we have on this team. I trust Trenton Simpson, and they already stated that if Roquan Smith isn't a go tonight, that Kyle Hamilton will be the green dot. But still, it would alarm me, and I just hope they can go tonight. Okay, we'll find out a little bit closer to game time, but that's my hopes as of right now. Okay, let's talk Tyler Linderbaum because he is questionable. I expect him to play. Hopefully it wasn't an injury that he sustained in practice, because you saw that he did practice on Thursday but didn't on Friday, then was limited on Saturday. And so it's a back issue, which is serious. So hopefully Tyler Linderbaum, he's all fine. He's okay. We will see tonight, okay? I asked you this just yesterday. Things might change, knowing new injury information, okay? So you guys let me know in the comment section down below. What is your score of Chargers versus Ravens? This is going to be the pinned comment on today's video, so YouTube's about to throw you an ad break. And when they throw you an ad break, go ahead, comment your score prediction down below. Alrighty, let's look at the injury report. The one the Chargers put out has both of them on there, but I didn't want to go full screen for the entire time. So let's look at this report from the Chargers sideline, okay? A little bit heavier than the Ravens is. They've got 6 guys right now listed as questionable. They've got 2 listed as out. The 2 guys they have listed as out as of right now are Hayden Hurst, the tight end, and Denzel Perryman, the linebacker. Perryman is one of the best linebackers in football. I think that is a massive, massive advantage and massive, massive news for the Baltimore Ravens. They got a lot of guys as questionable. We're mainly, though, just going to spend this time talking about 2 guys, Khalil Mack and McConkey, okay? Khalil Mack, I don't have to say much about Khalil Mack, okay? You guys all know the type of player that Khalil Mack is, okay? He is one of the best linebackers one of the best edge rushers in football, pretty much has been for the entirety of his career. And, man, it's no surprise because the way he can get to the passer, the way that he can change games, the ways that he can affect games is really unlike any other people in this National Football League, okay? But I also want to talk about McConkey, because we know this team has had their fair share of struggles when it's come to stopping wide receivers, and he's coming off one of his best games against the Bengals on Sunday Night Football, okay? Had an absolutely amazing performance. Now, this pass defense might be a little bit upgraded since the addition of Trey White, but how upgraded is it, okay? I guess we're yet to find out. And if the Chargers don't have a guy like McConkey going tonight, rookie out of Georgia, who's had a great rookie season so far, I think that is a very big advantage for the Ravens because outside of McConkey, they have fine wide receivers. Like Josh Palmer's a good wide receiver, and I'm blanking on his name. The guy out of TCU, the big wide, Quentin Johnson, he's a good wide receiver as well. He's gotten a lot better since his rookie year. But I don't know if they have any guys like a Jamar Chase or like a Devontae Adams that can absolutely take over a game. And I'm not saying McConkey is that guy, but he helps their offense a ton, okay? We got more to talk about, and I'm gonna tease it, okay? We're talking backup quarterbacks in just a little bit. But before we do that, I got to give a big shout out to the sponsor of today's video, and that is our best friends over at Prize Picks. And right now, Prize Picks is the easiest and most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. You can now win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks. And Prize Picks puts its members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. Sign up today and get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need a win to get the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks also offers weekly promotions that can lead to big payouts like Taco Tuesday. Prize Picks discounts select player projections up to sometimes even 25%. Prize Picks is the best way to win real money this football season. Which players are going off, which ones aren't. Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your sports opinions into real money all season long on Prize Picks. All right, let's take a look at the Prize Picks that I've got going right now. So they do these awesome things where they just will randomly just kind of give you a free win. So Tyreek Hill, it's more on half a receiving yard. So basically, Tyreek Hill is going to have a receiving yard. I have the more on Lamar Jackson passing yards. I talked about how good he is against cover 4 and how much this Los Angeles Chargers team runs cover 4. And then I also have, unfortunately, the more for Justin Herbert with passing yards as well. So download the Prize Picks app today and use code CLNS and get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code CLNS on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks, run your game. All right, we're going to round out today's show with talking a little backup quarterback. This tweet coming from Jordan Schultz yesterday. Schultz report saying, sources, there's been significant interest in former Giants quarterback Daniel Jones since his release. Once he clears waivers, expect the Ravens, Vikings, Lions, 49ers, and Dolphins to pursue him. Not only for a chance to join a contending team, but also to develop an offensive system where he can learn and grow. And guys, I think this is great news. I really, really do, okay? I know none of us are really excited about the backup quarterback situation that Baltimore has right now, okay? I know none of us are really excited to think about the fact that, okay, if Lamar gets hurt, God forbid, knock on wood, knocking right now, that Josh Johnson's going to go into the football game. And I know Josh Johnson has a long tenured career in the NFL, okay? And I know he played well in some preseason games, but it's Josh Johnson. And I'm not saying Daniel Jones is like that much better. And Daniel Jones, I'll say it right now, he sucks. I know he's the only person to ever beat Lamar in a one-on-one, like to ever beat Lamar in the NFC, but still, like he's not a good football player. But to have him come in here and have him as your backup, I think that would be great. I really do. I think he's a guy that when push comes to shove, he has the ability to win you a football game if he has the right weapons surrounding him. And I think in Baltimore, he could have those right weapons, okay? He never really had a good offensive line in New York. He never really had great wide receivers. He had Saquon Barkley for a time, but other than that, like he just did not have a lot surrounding him. And I think if you get him in Baltimore and if you have him learn in this system, Todd Monk can kind of develop him. If push comes to shove, he needs to be the backup quarterback, man, that would not be the worst thing in the world for this Ravens team. I think he'd be a big upgrade over a guy like Josh Johnson. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. I will be live tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern time is when we're going live. We'll be live for an hour and 15 minutes leading up to this game. So come join me tonight. It's going to be a blast, and I will see you guys later.